I'm Jim Vossen. Join me Wednesday afternoons at 1 o'clock for the Seaside-Sand City Television Show here on KYMB, Comcast Cable Channel 19, and over the air at 27.1. Brought to you in part by the Seaside-Sand City Chamber of Commerce. That's Wednesday afternoons at 1 o'clock for the Seaside-Sand City Television Show.
All right, welcome back to the Seaside. You know, I haven't said Monterey Bay Morning Show at all, Ron. Have you noticed that? I've been really good.
Really good.
Anyway, welcome back to the Seaside-Sand City Television Show here on, if I may, on KYMB, Comcast Channel 19, and over the air at 27.1, and in the Fresno area. We're in Fresno at 33.4. I'm Jim Vossen, VS and Victor, OSSEN. Here's Keith Severson. Of course, is Keith. He's got E before I. You don't follow the rules, do you?
No, nor do you. I've seen you in action. You don't follow the rules.
Oh,
hey, you know what? I had a question for you.
Oh, really?
What is the
good thing? You know what? I have a dark top like this, and I usually wear that on this show. I got it just for this show, and I decided to wear a light one. So good. We didn't
match.
Yeah.
Not too matchy.
This is look at this. And
I like it. It's very nice. Yeah, that's uptown Saturday night. We'll have to get you a Graniterock one.
Graniterock, yeah.
I did bring you some swag.
Oh, some what?
Swag.
Swag. What the heck? The swag.
Mr. Pendergrass gave you a pen. A pin.
A pin, yeah. I get the pen.
And I gave you a pen.
Oh, right. A pin and a pen.
And then I don't think it's appropriate for you to have a studio of this nature without having a coffee cup with a logo on it. So I brought you a coffee cup.
We'll set that right there like that.
There you go.
So anyway, so you haven't been up to this studio.
I have not been in the studio. I've been downstairs.
Before.
And then, of course, we had some time together at
radio. So it's a little different type of thing.
This is a little bit different, but fun. This is great fun.
Huh?
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Hey, you know what? You might be just a fella. No, I don't want to put you on the spot on TV here, but you know.
Go ahead, Jim. I was ready for
it. you know where Monterey Signs is?
Yes,
they're right down the street from me.
Yeah.
You know what's right next door to them?
What's that?
Well, it's a little place. It was a Taekwondo place. Little studio. It's for sale and for lease right now. Yeah. And I was thinking of it'd be a good place. I'm starting to talk to the people. It's been on the market for a long time, and they're willing. I was thinking of a place called Seaside Studios, where we might bring television over there and do something like that, and for downstairs. And because Seaside has their own channel, they don't really have any production stuff. Monterey does. They do a lot of their stuff. You have Comcast at home?
Yes.
You live where, in Carmel Valley?
I live in the valley.
In the valley, and so you must see Monterey meetings on that.
I do, yes.
Yeah. So and they have their own channel 25, and they do stuff. Yeah. Seaside really doesn't do that. So maybe it's just a thought, But it'd be neat. You could have a little Graniterock underneath.
I watch KYMB too. I watch Gilligan's Island.
Oh, do you?
Sure, I love that.
Yeah, you like Gilligan's Island? What, that's your favorite?
Well, it's one of my favorite old ones.
Let me tell you the routine, okay?
Okay.
I have a routine now. I come here downstairs, the AMP studios downstairs, every day at 2 o'clock, even though we don't go on till 5, okay? Because Bonanza's on. So I sit and do my titling. Right after that, Big Valley.
Oh.
And then I leave a little bit before 4 o'clock to go pick up my wife at the Naval Postgraduate School so I can get back at 4. This is really important to see Dragnet.
Oh, there you go.
And then Adam 12 right after that. It's
You've got all your favorites.
I do the Rifleman at 6 o'clock. We get home in time for Rifleman.
There you go.
I know.
We're watching way too much television.
I got to tell you, it's something about the old shows. It's hard to.
It is hard. It is hard. They're funny, lighthearted, easy to watch. And,
thank goodness I have a television at the chamber office.
Yeah.
Because it's on in the morning at 8 o'clock. Leave It to Beaver.
Oh, there you go.
Remember I used to run Leave It to Beaver on the radio, KNRY. Remember those days?
Yes, I do.
How you doing? Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
So tell me what the A stands for in James A. Vossen.
Well, that's my middle initial, Arthur. But I don't say that. I said Jim Vossen. I don't say, but James.
Jim.
Where'd you see James? A is
just doing my work.
You haven't seen my biography yet, have you?
No, I have not.
No. I have a jimvossen.com site. And I'm writing my autobiography there.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, it goes. Yeah. So what's new with Graniterock? What do you guys now? How long have you been around? One time you were part of Granite Construction, and then you
Graniterock's the older company. Graniterock started on Valentine's Day in 1900.
Oh, during the massacre? Oh, that was later.
Gosh, awful. Yeah. And so We're 113 years old, and we started in the quarry that's out in Aromas, if you guys have all been out there. Everybody can come out to visit, and it's the largest hard rock quarry west of the Mississippi.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Well, you know, there was a place, I don't know what I think it's for sale now. They used to do it up in Pacifica.
Yep.
There was a rock place there. Do you remember that? Right along across from the bowling alley, or close to that, somewhere in there. And there's different kind of rock, isn't that correct?
There are very many different kinds of rocks, of course, throughout the country, throughout the world. However, this vein of granite that Graniterock is built upon is a unique vein of granite that came up that's got a sister vein down in Santa Maria, down in the ocean down there. Followed the San Andreas fault.
Down in the ocean?
Yeah. So it broke in half and followed the fault, and it sits right on the San Andreas fault, so it's pre-fractured. We can't make tabletops out of it, but it makes really great concrete and asphalt.
So you have enough of it for a long time?
Yes. We've been doing 100, and we'll do another 100.
Are you down in a hole somewhere? Or
We
what do you,
just started going below sea level. Thus far, we have been right at above sea level and right at sea level, and we just now dug a hole. It's just 90 feet below sea level.
Now, what's the difference when you see you're driving along out in the country or something like that, and you see the hill looks like it's been sliced, you know, or something, and you see kind of more reddish rock?
Well, that would indicate that it's got more iron in it.
Oh, more iron. Okay.
Yeah,
is that a value at all or anything? No.
Probably not.
No.
And ours is a real nice hard rock, so it's very angular. It's very hard, and so it makes good building materials, good concrete, good asphalt.
You're driving along out in the country, okay?
Yeah.
And you see this little hillside. You see all this, you know, kind of the weeds and all this kind of stuff, and then all of a sudden you see this one just big boulder sitting there all by itself. Was that there all the time?
All the time?
How did it get there? You have an idea?
Well, sure. Sometimes they are the natural methods of moving things: wind, sand, water.
Wind? Have to take a lot of wind to move that guy.
Well,
you know,
wind is a great erosion process, and as is water. And then volcanic activity and tectonic plates moving. So there's lots of ways that.
And also, you know, when you drive up one, you're kind of like Davenport area. Somewhere a little far. There's that spot where you're driving up towards San Francisco, and you see what looks like the whole right into the ocean, just like sliced. You know what I mean? That straight up.
And that's just water.
Did we do that? That was water doing that?
Water does most of it. Yeah, we. You know, but the Devil Slide project has been really fascinating.
Have you been in that tunnel?
I've not been through the tunnel.
I did.
Yeah.
You know, they got these big ventilation blowers in there.
Bet,
I guess because it's a long tunnel.
Yeah.
A little scary in a way, you know, because it's. You know. But you can't go the other way now. They've chopped you off. They won't let you go.
Actually, we're going to work on building a bike path.
Did you provide materials for any of that, or
we didn't do too much up there? No, that was a little beyond the scope of where we could reach.
But I guess you don't need materials there. You kind of
it was there. They had to get rid of stuff.
Did they go through some like rock stuff?
Oh,
there?
sure. Oh, you bet. Yeah, drill and blast. Yeah. Yep.
You know, in San Francisco when they were first putting BART in. Did you ever have them go visit when they were doing BART? It's like they open up this street, you know, and they're doing a bunch of stuff, close it up, and it seems like 6 months later they open it back up. They're doing this stuff over and over.
That's tough, and that's part of the deal with infrastructure work at all, is to try to coordinate it and make it really the most efficient. We're going to maximize our tax dollars, right? So
if somebody comes to your store, you have the store in. On Del Monte.
1755 Del Monte.
1755 Del Monte, in Seaside, and you sell some rock. You have all sorts of different kind of rock, right?
Yes.
You get somewhere else that you don't.
Oh, you bet. We've got 300 different kinds of natural stone, and that's mostly used for finishing. That'll be for your fireplace facades or for walkways and
you ever come across a little rock that you just can't use? It just won't fit anywhere.
No, we use them all.
I've seen those walls, you know, where they have like rocks things, but it's all even kind of. How do you do that?
Yeah. That's a professional mason is what's going to do that for you, and we can recommend a bunch of professional masons down there. You can go down there and see some of the great folks down there.
That's heavy too, right?
It is very heavy. Yeah. We're not in the feather business.
So if somebody wants to buy something from you, they got a pickup truck, and they drive through. The truck gets weighed first, right?
Correct. That's a tare weight. T-A-R-E. Tare weight.
Tare weight. And they come in, they get loaded up, and then they get weighed again, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
And then we'll charge them by the pound or by the ton, depending on how much they get.
Has anybody ever done this? Has like a couple ever driven in?
Mm-hmm.
They get weighed, and then they don't load anything up. But they come around to the other scale, and they ask the wife to get out, and then they have to weigh it. Has that ever happened? Just can they do that fine?
They might, and but all of our contractor customers are very honest, and they would never
do that. Something like that. I just always thought that.
Yeah. So you've been down there, though.
I have. I never loaded anything up. Yeah.
But you can see lots of natural stone in place. We call them vignettes, and it's called the Design Village there at 1755 Del Monte in Seaside.
Is that the same place?
Yep. Yeah, and it's great. So people can come and see different natural stone applications. Really touch. It's a nice thing.
You're the person to ask.
Yeah. What?
Okay. I rent this space here at AMP. It's you know when you first drive in, there's these two garage doors.
Yep.
Well, when you first come in, anyway, the bigger garage door, I rent that space. It's a 20 by 20 thing. I got all my stuff stored in there. But somebody somewhere along the way spilt something onto a cement floor.
Oh, okay.
And it's just up like this. And everyone, I'll try to take like I'm taking the wrong kind of shovel, a pointed shovel, and I'll start doing like that, and things will break off, and it'll fly. It's kind of a more like a white plastic that's there, or not white, but clear. I don't know, whatever. Is there stuff that can remove that?
And I couldn't tell you exactly, but what I would suggest is just grab a little chip of it.
Okay.
And then you might take your iPhone photo of it and go into the branch and say, hey, I need to remove this from this concrete.
If somebody suggests that you just take a chisel and start chiseling that.
But then you're going to see what the stain is left there, or if it does any damage to the surface or something like that. You bet. There's a bajillion different.
So you have all
sorts
of things.
Yeah, we got lots of.
Do a lot of people who, let's say, a lot of people do their own little projects at times?
There are lots of do-it-yourselfers, and sometimes and there's different grades of do-it-yourselfers. I'll do a certain amount myself, but if I get into something that maybe involves masonry work, I might hire a mason. Okay. You can do lots of interlocking pavers. That's a really popular thing now. We sell interlocking pavers. Those are those concrete pavers, and they've got kind of an old world cobble look.
Well, you know, this driveway in here, it has these rock things, and some of them are chipped and broken and everything.
Right.
Can somebody match those sometimes?
You bet. We can come pretty close to them, and great new styles in interlocking pavers from lots of different people.
What's that over at when you downtown Monterey, kind of near? I don't know if it's Pacific. It's where there's a P&E building in downtown near the post office, and there's the street has these kind of white square, squared off, almost like a sidewalk, and you run over it and you can feel them loose. You know what I'm talking about?
I do, and that would be just like a sand set or a loose set paver.
It makes you feel strange if you don't know what that is. But they're kind of.
And that's just a real old world.
You got brochures over here.
I just want to kind of talk about some different things that we've got going on. We talked about the Design Village. There's a fun sale on there right now. It's called the Winter Fire Sale. We've got these really neat components, fireplace components. Components. So you
put
can
inside
build
the
a new fireplace. Build a new fireplace.
Build a new fireplace.
Yeah. And so they're on sale right now. And then I wanted to talk about Share Your Holiday. You're going to come by on Share Your Holiday. It's Friday, December the 13th. Are you doing something? What are you doing? Yeah, so there will be a drop-off place there for the Salvation Army.
At all?
I will have the pizza.
You will?
Come have a piece of pizza.
Yeah.
It won't be the first time, will it?
We're going to take a quick break, Ron. Real quick, take one break. We'll come right back. This is the Seaside-Sand City Television Show. Be right back.
We began in 1907 in Wichita, Kansas. We're the second oldest General Motors dealership west of the Mississippi River, and we are the oldest General Motors dealership in the state of California. What nearly 110 years in this industry have taught us is the value of customer service above all else. And that's why we continue to serve generations of families on the Monterey Peninsula.
Welcome back to the Seaside-Sand City Television Show here on KYMB, Comcast Channel 19, over there at 27.1 and in the Fresno area, 33.4. I'm Jim Vossen, V as in Victor, O-S-S-E-N. A stands for outstanding.
Outstanding.
For those people that aren't too sure how to spell. There we go.
There you go.
Anyway, Keith Severson from the, am I pronouncing it right?
You got it.
Not Severson?
Nope.
Severson?
I like it.
Yeah. Very good. You and I met a long, long time ago. You came over. Was it through Dave at that time?
House Talk.
Yeah, House Talk.
Yeah. Yep.
What's he doing there? Do you see him at all?
I do. I just got an email from him today, and he's doing great. He's moved his shop to Gilroy, and
has he?
So he makes some guitars, and he does some work, and
just to be near In and Out, huh?
Maybe.
Hey, and we may have. Looks like we're getting in and out.
That would be great.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah. You know, our location, it's wonderful. I think isn't our the only business that's in both Seaside and Sand City?
That is now. But do you do any sales through Sand City? You don't. They don't get any sales tax through there, though.
I would think
cement?
the concrete does.
I don't know.
Yeah, all the concrete plant is in Sand City. I don't know. I would assume so.
Do you charge sales tax on the concrete?
Yes.
You must have to do that, huh?
Sure.
Don't be. That's
We'd be happy to.
Do many people buy it for like resale?
Not too much.
They charge the sales tax on it.
You want to get it. You want to get it on the ground.
All right, really quickly. Let's see the green. What's the green products? What are the?
Well, I just wanted to talk about in general.
Graniterock
Graniterock is a great supplier of green products. Today, a lot of people talk about green building.
Yeah.
And one of the big components of green building is to use local materials. And there's nothing more local than using a local aggregate source like Graniterock. And our cement is local. We buy it from Cupertino, so it's not shipped in by barge from some third world
cement.
country.
Oh, you don't make your own. You don't make your own cement.
Cement is the gray powder. That you add to rock, sand, and gravel, and you put a little water in it, and then it becomes concrete.
I see.
Yeah, so those trucks are actually concrete trucks. They're not cement trucks.
How do they do that? You know, you ever see those sidewalks that have like little sparkly things in them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would be an aggregate source. It's part of the rock. It's part of the sand. Yeah. And they can put, you can actually put recycled materials in there.
Is that broken glass? Is that what it is?
You can. It's
not sequins, I guess.
Not probably the best thing to do.
What makes it shine? Those things.
It would be just the polished face of a sand pebble.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We did an interesting job. If anybody's been way down the coast in Lucia, there's a place called in Lucia, way down south, 22 miles south of Big Sur.
Okay.
There's a rock shed.
Not Santa.
Not Santa.
Okay.
There's a rock shed down there. It's a unique concrete shed that the road goes right through, and the boulders will come and fall off into the ocean. It's what they do a lot of times in Japan or in Europe, where they have this perpetual boulder slide that we have down the Big Sur.
You drive through a what now?
It's a tunnel. It's a rock shed. It's a concrete
shed. It's not Highway
shed.
1 somewhere else.
It's Highway 1.
I drive through a tunnel down there?
Yep, you do now.
Really?
Yeah.
Do now?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't do it before?
Nope. We just finished it.
Why did we do that?
Because the boulders keep knocking the road up. So this is a new deal, and so out of this Seaside
branch, just get rid of all those boulders? No.
Yeah, we can't. We're obviously not able to do that. It's never been successful. It keeps falling away.
So you're driving through, and there's a big boulder bouncing above you. You hear it?
I don't think so.
You're living daylights out of me.
But it's a beautiful thing. It's a really neat deal. So next time you go on a long drive down the coast, then you'll know that that's Graniterock concrete down there.
Is that before the Sea Lions place? You know where they all hang out there?
I don't know. It's pretty far down there.
You know, there's.
Yes, it's just before that. It's right before that. Yeah. But it's a real cool looking structure and very innovative, and it's all concrete from Graniterock.
By the way, you've seen any of the whales out here?
I saw some. You know where I went to? I went to the Highlands Inn to the California Market and had a wonderful brunch with my wife. And
the Highlands Inn, where's that at? It sounds familiar.
Right, Carmel Highlands.
Oh, Carmel Highlands.
The Highlands Inn down there, and they've got a great little lunch place.
In the city of Carmel.
South, the Highlands, way down.
By the Highlands, I know what you're talking
about. Highlands Inn.
Yeah.
And I sat out there and watched them, and I saw a bunch of them.
Did you?
Yeah, it was great. I didn't even need binoculars.
Because it's the Carmel Highlands area there. I know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Yes. So. Have you seen some whales? Have you?
No, I know. I did a couple of years ago. Wife and I went out on one of those whale watching things. Yeah. Little suggestion: if you ever go out there, and you think it's nice, okay, take a jacket with you just in case. You know what I mean? Don't be in just a t-shirt.
But we know that
because when you get out there, this fog comes in, and and I wasn't. The boat didn't bother me. The swaying back and forth. But man, I was like, so always take a jacket with you.
You betcha.
So what do you got? Okay, what other things you got going? You got holiday.
Well, we've got
specials?
Share Your Holiday on December 13th.
December 13th.
Yep.
And what day of the week is that?
That's a Friday.
That's
and so
a Friday.
Everybody can drive in. You drop off your turkeys for the Salvation Army. You can do unwrapped toys, and it's a real fun event. And then it gets you an opportunity to come by and see our design village down there and stop and look at some of the fun stuff. We have lots of food and entertainment, of course.
Entertainment?
I'm going to make pizzas.
Okay. Entertainment? What kind of entertainment do you have?
Oh, they'll have choral groups and dancing groups, and the hot rods come through. That's really fun, and all kinds of stuff. We had the roller girls last time.
The roller derby girls?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were really fun.
Yeah. Lindsay works downstairs. I'm sorry, she works downstairs. Yeah, she's a roller derby.
Yeah. Oh, great. Good.
Have you gone to the roller derby?
I have not.
Oh, no. I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun, huh?
Yeah, there was this one girl I remember, boy. Anyway, that's another story.
Stay with us.
Yeah. I actually had, when I was doing the morning show, I had one on as a co-host.
Yeah.
Remember that, Ron? Were you around, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a smile on your face from that? Yeah. Okay, good. All right, so what other things you got going? Graniterock.
You come on down and
you open 7 days a week?
No, we're open 6 days a week, Saturdays.
Saturdays?
Yeah, and then, and like I said, the folks there are really friendly and are very understanding for a do-it-yourselfer. So you come in and you think, oh, I can do this job, and it might be a little bit bigger than you thought.
Yeah.
But the guys there at the counters will help you out. There's a bunch of folks down there, and you know Robin.
Yeah.
Robin, Robert, and Kathy Francini. And then at the counter are Farrah and Junior and Pat.
We'll bring Robin on here next
Alyssa.
time, huh?
Yeah. So.
I was just thinking, I think there was a I Love Lucy one where I think Lucy decides to build her own barbecue place, and I think a ring gets lost in the. Do you remember that at all?
No, I don't remember that, but yes, that can happen. Yeah. So there's all kinds of great do-it-yourself projects, and then there's also great finishes for folks that want to build. We just finished at my house an outdoor living environment. We've got a new built-in pizza oven and a new grill with lots of natural stone on it.
You didn't bring me
a
pizza. That's too bad. That's really
I didn't. You come see me, I'll make you pizzas.
Yeah. You make them from scratch and everything?
I always do.
Okay.
You've seen me in action.
Yeah, but not making pizza.
Gosh.
Keith Severson from Graniterock. Thank you very
Jim.
much.
Good
This is our show 4. So what do you think of this idea for the Chamber of Commerce?
I think this is a great venue for the Chamber of Commerce.
It's something that a little different than the other chambers, and you got to do something different if you're not the big kid on the block.
Yeah. And I think that having public access for television is wonderful, and I think you've had a good lineup of guests, Mr. Pendergrass and some of the people you've had previously. And I'm going to email you. These are going to be on YouTube, Great.
different segments.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of the segments?
I did. I looked at some of them the other day.
Is that pretty good?
Yeah. So, and I put out a press release about today.
Did you?
I try to get you pumped up a little bit. We've got probably millions of listeners today. Viewers.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Are we at that point, Ron? We're close. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you next week. Same time, same bat station right here on KYMB, Comcast Channel 19, Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. Have a great day.
Thank you for joining us today for the Seaside-Sand City TV Show, brought to you in part by the Seaside-Sand City Chamber of Commerce, located at 505 Broadway in Seaside. Stop by and say hello to me, Jim Vossen, most weekday mornings from 9 to noon, or check us out on the web at seaside-sandcitychamber.org. Don't forget to tune in every Wednesday afternoon at 1 for the Seaside-Sand City TV Show, here on KYMB, Cable Channel 19, or over the air at 27.1.